Today we're going to look at factors and multiples. Factors of a particular number are numbers that can divide exactly into that original number, that particular number. So if we're looking at 20 as an example, the factors of 20 are all the numbers that can divide evenly into 20, no remainders, they will divide nice and evenly. So the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Can do each of these numbers divide exactly into 20, and you can see that they actually pair up. 1 times 20 is 20, 2 times 10 is 20, and 4 times 5 is 20. And that's the reason that they pair up so easily is because if we can divide 1 or divide 20 by 5, we'll be left with 4. So that means that 20 divided by 4 will be equal to 5. So we've got that relationship there. So whenever we're working with and trying to find the factors of 20, we can always just try and pair them up and think about all of the different combinations we can have that multiply to give 20. So for example, when we're thinking about, say, 18, we can remember that, well, 1 times 18 is 18, 2 times 9 is 18, 3 times 6 is 18, and I believe that's all of the numbers, all of the different combinations of multiplying that we can get to get 18. So that means the factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. When we're looking at multiples, like the name suggests, about multiplication. So multiples of a particular number are found by multiplying that number by any whole number. So we start at that number, the number that we're looking for, and then we can multiply up. So the multiples of 20 are 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 120. So we can find that by 20 times 1 is 20, then 20 times 2 is the next multiple of 20, 20 times 3, so we can see 20 times 2 is 40, 20 times 3 is 60, 20 times 4 is 80, etc. You can also see that subsequent multiples, we're adding 20. Adding 20 each time, we can have a look and see that pattern there, that we add 20 each time. And the reason we're doing that is because we're saying, well, first time we've got one lot of 20, then we've got 2 lots of 20, then 3. So we're adding 1 lot of 20 each time. That's why we're seeing this pattern. So to find any multiple of 20 or any multiple of a number, you need to multiply it by whole numbers. Let's have a look at some examples here. Firstly, we're being asked to list a complete set of factors of 2 numbers and then listing the first 6 multiples of 2 numbers as well. So let's have a look at listing the complete set of factors for 15. All of the numbers that multiply to give 15, we've got 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. They're the only numbers. So the factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5 and 15. For 36, there's a much greater number of factors because we can do a much greater number of different combinations of multiplications. So for 36, we can multiply 1 times 36, we can do 2 times 18, 3 times 12, we can do 4 times 9, and we can also do 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So we don't need to repeat the 6 because 6 is a factor of 36, whether it's there 1 time or 2 times. So we can see that there are 4 factors of 15, but the number of factors of 36, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 factors of 36, an odd number, and that's because when we're looking at pairing them up, if we pair up 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, we're left with 6 times 6 there in the middle. If we're looking at the first 6 multiples of these values, only the first 6 multiples. If we wanted to, the number of multiples can go on forever and ever and ever. The number of factors is finite. There's only a certain number of factors that we can have, but the number of multiples of a number are infinite. They go on forever and ever because we can multiply them by bigger and bigger and bigger numbers. So if we're looking at the first 6 multiples, that means we're looking at multiplying by 1, multiplying by 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. So firstly we're looking at 9, so we've got 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 3 27, times 4, times 5, times 6 is 54. So that's the first 6 multiples, multiplying up to 6 times. So here for 11, we're starting again, once again, 11 times 1 is 11, 11 times 2, 22, 11 times 3, 33, times 4, times 5, times 6. So we've got the first 6 multiples there of 11.